Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to the Manosphere. I am your host, Will Martell, and if you get the opportunity, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, so I was asked a question in an email by a very good friend of mine. How do you know if a woman is cheating? Now, let me just start by saying, if a woman is truly in love with you, you're not going to be the time filler. You're not going to be a time filler because she's bored. You're not going to be the go-to guy whenever she has a problem, or you quite could be, but you're serving a purpose for her. Okay? Without reaping all of the benefits of the physical part. Okay, now, if a woman is truly in love with you, one, she would never cheat on you in the first place unless you have done something so incredibly heinous, like slept with one of her friends, or you're sleeping around, or, things like that. That, my friends, is how a woman would kind of, get her mindset going another way. Now, a woman is not going to break up with you right away. These things will build over time. Now, this channel was created about 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago now, due to the fact that I wanted to help other men out. Now, if there are women listening to this channel as well, I'm all for it. Welcome to it. And I try my best to be all the way across the board on these things and these matters. Because I will point out if a man is wrong about the part that he plays in a relationship, and the downfall of that relationship, okay? Now, my history, I'm going to just cover like this. My history with women goes something like this. I was the beta male. I was the one that was always trying to be the understanding one, always trying to please, okay? Whether it was birthdays, Christmases, whatever, what have you, I went far above and beyond, okay? I tried to make sure that that woman was as happy as she could possibly be, and I can possibly make her. But you know what? In the world today, all right? In the world today, there is so much infidelity going on. And you know what? I just had a conversation with my boy, my brother, a good friend of mine, man, and we were talking about relationships yesterday when we were going location scouting and whatnot. And he was showing me where he filmed his movie, like The Dirty Three. Or a scene from it. And we got on the subject of infidelity. He was once married. And he said that he basically busted his wife in a lie. All right. And he said that, there was nothing else he could do and stuff like that. And he just let her go. Okay. So when there is the subject of infidelity, and as my other good friend had emailed me and asked me, how do you know? Here's how you know. First off, when a woman is ready to check out of the relationship, she plans it. Okay? Let's get that straight right there. I'm sorry, ladies, but that's the truth. It is not so cut and dry with them. Now, if a guy knows that it's at the end of its run, or it's at the end of its rope, or he sees certain things going on, or he's ready to exit, usually, not all, but usually, a man will tell a woman, there's just things I'm not feeling anymore, and, I think that this thing is at its end. Now, a lot of stupid guys will go out there, start another relationship, have this woman around, run her around and cheat on her and stuff like that. Look, fellas, it's hard. Okay, it's hard. And I was young and stuff when I discovered this. It is hard to live a double life. This is why at the age I am now, I am brutally honest. And I feel that there is no reason to have a filter, because it saves less time. It doesn't waste anybody's time. And if you're simple and direct with your shit, it's going to be okay. All right. Now, will there be feelings hurt in the process? Yes. But the bottom line is, guys, that playing games that way, it's not worth it, man. It is not worth it. Now, back to my friend saying that he didn't exactly say that his girl was cheating or anything, but he asked me, how do you know? Okay, back to how you would know. The first sign is, like I said, she's not going to ever, a woman is not going to ever tell you. Okay? And as a matter of fact, most women are hiding secrets so deep inside that if you ever found out about it, you'd be quite surprised in what you find out. Or it would make the hairs on the back of your head stand up. I speak from experience, trust me. So the first sign basically is, of course, the phone. All right? The phone. All right? I'm just going to leave it at that. All right? I'm not going to go into a long explanation about it or anything like that. But from my experience, 3 ex-girlfriends and stuff like that, when they stopped having interest in me, it was usually they had their face in their phones like fucking crazy, okay? And me, I'm back then, in those days, I'm the typical beta male, I'm not asking questions, I'm not asking what's going on or anything like that, because I looked at it like this. Hey, you know what? A woman of mine, she's free to have her friends and stuff like that. But if it goes too far, I was usually the one that would step up and start asking questions. And I'm going to give you a relationship, for example, before I get back into it. Well, I can't even believe I'm even recounting this, because this was so incredibly ridiculous. Okay, I dated a girl named Beatrice Alejandro. Okay, yeah, I said her name. I once dated a woman named Beatrice Alejandro. And, she basically was the one that, okay, we moved in together, moved to Joliet and, stuff like that. And, I thought, hey, you know what? She didn't look like a model or anything like that. And, all that. And, she wasn't really even a quarter of all that. But I thought she was incredibly nice. And I thought, hell, you know what? Why not? We stayed together for a while, and then the cracks started. Okay, the cracks. Okay, basically, when I noticed the relationship was starting to, go from here down here, was that the sex stopped. Okay, like to a halt. 1 week went by, 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks went by. Then the excuses started. Then one day I think we were in the kitchen and I said to her, I said, so, hey, B. I said, so where are you getting it from? She said, getting what from? And I'm just gonna be graphic here. She's like, where am I getting what from? I said, apparently, you and I are not intimate. I mean, we're sleeping in the same bed and nothing is going down. And then she says, oh, love is enough. Fellas, do not believe that shit because women love sex just as much as men do. Now, when you have to chase your own woman for sex, it's time to get rid of her. Out you go. Done. Because look, if a woman is in love with you, even if she does not feel like it, she is in love with you and she wants to please her man. That's it. Cut and dry. When it gets to the point where a woman is talking about, oh, there's much more to there's much more than sex, dude, out the door. Forget about it. I'm being honest. Fucking forget about it. It's done. That means, one, she's not interested in you anymore, and she still continues to try to have this relationship with you because she's waiting until that other guy comes along and she can monkey branch to him, so that way she leaves you and she can go into the arms of somebody else. That's just the way it is. That's real talk. That's 100. Okay, period. Now, me being the typical beta, okay, I started to believe this shit. And then one day, Beatrice, okay, I had went to visit my mom, and Beatrice, okay, now I had this ritual where anytime I went to a wrestling show, when I was a professional wrestler, I went to a wrestling show and she didn't want to come, or I went anywhere that I had to go a long distance, every single time I was on the way home, I would pick up the phone and let her know I was on the way home. Did she need anything? Did she want something from the restaurant? Whatever it was. Okay. And this particular moment, she did not pick up her phone. I thought she was still at work because she was a dental hygienist, a hygienist or something like that. I don't know. So I go, okay. So now I'm an hour out, right? I'm an hour out. Okay. But before I continue, she gets a slap. All right. So anyhow, I'm an hour out from Illinois. So then 25 minutes, okay, from the downtown area, I called her before I left my mom's house. So I pick up the phone and call her again. Didn't pick up, didn't answer. I said, okay. I was coming within the city limits of Joliet. Picked up the phone again. No answer. So I finally arrive back at the place we shared together. Her car's not outside. One of her sons and whatnot, he was gone with his friends. He actually came out of the house. He was like, "Hey, Will, what's going on?" I'm like, "None much, man." And he was like, "Well, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out with the boys for a while." I'm like, "All right, man, be careful. You need something, give me a holler." All right. So he goes out. Now I get home and I did what I usually did. I went to check my emails and I decide that I was going to pick up the phone and call her again. And guess what? This time she picked up and I said, "Where are you?" And she hesitated. And she says, "Oh, well, I can't even remember this guy's name, but he was a cop over in Romeoville. And he allegedly pulled her over and she didn't know that it was him and he was allegedly pulling her over for speeding, but that's not what it was. What it was that she told me a lie saying that he pulled her over and he forced her to go and have a drink with him." Seriously? Okay, so I'm like, so you could not return my phone call when the only thing I wanted to ask you was that if you needed something, but all of this time you're out with an ex-boyfriend. That was red flag. That was the biggest red flag. Because fellas, when a woman starts talking about another guy or in conversation talking about another guy or she keeps mentioning this same dude, please believe me, if you ain't hitting it, he's hitting it. There it is. There it is. If you want to really know if your woman's cheating, do not go through her phone, which some of you do. That's a beta male move. I got a thing that I go by. And this is from the old school. If indeed you are doing something behind somebody's back, trust and believe it will eventually surface. It will come out, and that person is going to be revealed. Believe that. That's what's up. Okay? You don't have to go and get her followed or, I seen something so incredibly ridiculous. The other night, I was watching a rerun of Maury, and there was this man that was locking his girlfriend up in their bedroom and actually taking a mattress and sleeping in front of the door because he was afraid she was going out cheating on him, which she wasn't. But here, that's a beta male move. Alphas don't do that. Okay? I consider myself an alpha male because you know what? I ain't never gonna be checking up on a woman because I already know the signs, and if I see them, I'm gonna get rid of them. That's it. It's done. Done deal. If I see or feel that anything else is going on that's out of the normal, that's out of the blue, I am going to get rid of them. That's it. It's done. No, there's no explanation. There is nothing. Oh, well, no. There's nothing. There's nothing you can say to me. Okay? I'm just going to get rid of you. And then that's it. And pay attention to my business. That's it. Done. So, okay, getting back to the story of Miss Alejandro, she ends up, okay, getting home and I think his name was Michael or something. Okay, let's call him Michael. Oh yeah, me and Michael went out and had a drink. So I said, all right, so he allegedly pulls you over and forces you to go out and have a drink with him. I said, let's flip the script a little bit. I said, if it were me and I got contacted by an ex-girlfriend, or I got contacted by my ex-wife and she wanted to go out and have a drink and things like that, and I didn't answer your phone calls, what would you think? I'm like, that's what I thought. And I told her right then and there, if you want this over with, we need to end it right now. Oh, no, it's okay. Okay, so I gave it a chance. I said, all right then, since this has happened, I said one thing that's not going to happen again is that you're not going to think that you're getting over on me. Okay? You know? So, as time went on, and you know what? Let me tell you something. Here's another sign too. Now, this is what she did. All the time, whether I was sleeping, whether I was awake and stuff like that, she would go through my phone. Didn't find anything. Nothing. But that's a sign too. Because if a woman is trying to go through your phone, that means she has more to hide than you would probably have to hide. Because of the fact that she's trying to see what you're doing because she's out doing dirt on you. And she has to try to stay ahead of this so-called game she's playing by trying to see what you're doing, because if it ever came out, you were doing something that would just give her a chance to say, all right, fuck it, I'm leaving you because you cheated, but all the while she was out doing her dirt and you probably wasn't. There you go. Or she finds maybe a text from somebody, okay, that you know that might happen to be a female that says hi to you or whatever. But that was my last ex that did some shit like that. But she couldn't prove I was doing anything. But yet and still, okay, back to Beatrice. She was out all, Oh, I remember this one. She did not come home from work. Okay, now, usually the dental practices only stays open until 4:30 in the afternoon. All right? 4:30. Want to know what happened? Here's what happened. She got home at about 6:30 one day. Then it started being 8:30 the next day. Then it started being all the way till 11:30 this one time. And I'm like, I'm like, you know what? Go do you. Go fucking do you. And that was like the end. I couldn't do that shit with her anymore. It was just becoming like pulling teeth. Okay, so having gone through that, and then here's the killing part, and this is why I probably will not ever move in with a woman for more reasons than this one. Women, some, okay, I'm not going to say all, I'm going to say some, have a habit, okay, of when they move in with a guy or what have you, and their interests go somewhere else. In the case of this one, okay, they don't have the guts to tell you that it's at its end. Okay? They don't have the guts to tell you it's over, and they will they will continue to play two to the middle. Okay? Until one day, if you get wise enough to it, you pull the plug on it. Okay? So in this one situation, it was like this woman was the worst ever. Okay? The absolute worst. There was no, looking back on it, hindsight is 2020. There was no way. There was no way somebody like me should have ever hooked up with this person, period. I mean, just class-wise, okay? I mean, just class-wise, just goal-orientated-wise. I'm over here trying to make something out of myself. I was acting. I was a professional wrestler. I was getting big roles in movies and all of that. And here's this person, just the lowest hanging fruit. Okay? Period. And that's all I can say about that. She was the lowest hanging fruit. And there was no, I had no business being with her. Period. Like I said, just by class wise. I mean, had gone through a lot in her life, mentally unstable, all of that shit. I had no business being with this person, but being a beta male, gave it a chance. Gave it a chance, found out all this shit was happening. She was going to see her ex, behind my back, and being very abusive and shit like that. I didn't need that shit in my life. I was not that dude. Period. This is why I have a rule. Once they're gone, they do some fucked up shit. And once they're gone, they're gone. I'm done. It's over. It's the end. I don't do go backs. I don't do second chances. No. If you're done, you're done. If you fuck me over, I'm finished. That's it. It's done. And it should be. So let's fast forward. Okay, that was the second situation. Okay, let's fast forward to something that was recently as a couple of years ago, a few years back. Okay, was with this woman for 4 years. Then being a typical narcissistic person and shit like that, and I'm still a beta male, she decides, oh, let's take a break. Fellas, I'm just going to tell you this right now. If a woman ever comes to you talking about let's take a break, it doesn't mean she gonna break up with you. It just means she wants to go off and fuck other dudes and then wants you, the stable guy, the guy that has it on the ball, the guy that's goal orientated and all of that to fucking wait for her. That's what it is. And because you're so in love with her, that you are going to actually sit and do it. What a joke. And if you do it, you need this. Want to know why applause? Because you will always be at the end of the line while she's fucking other dudes and shit, and you're sitting around waiting, and then and in my case, you see, we were sleeping in the same bed and nothing ever happened. I let that shit go for 3 months. 3 months, nothing happened between us. And I all of a sudden asked her, I'm like, hey, what's your deal? What's going on? I said, because please believe me, and I got this a long time ago, women enjoy sex just as much as men do, and if not more than a man does. And if she stops sleeping with you, please believe me, she's getting that diog from somewhere else. Believe me. So, I asked her directly. She denied it. Then I asked her in a text. I asked her, was there any time that you slept with your ex when you went over to visit? I guess to pick up some money or whatever the fuck that was. Did you sleep with him? No. If you ask me that again, then we're over with. Come on, man. Really? 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 Come on. I got it then that it was, come on. And then when I decided, I said, you know what? If you want a break, I'm just going to put it to you like this. No, we're not going on a break. We're actually going to break up because of the fact you are not going to go off and fuck other dudes and then have me on the side waiting to see what you decide to do. And then when you decide that that dude is either not right for you, or he doesn't meet your criteria, or he decides, okay, that he's going to discard you, you are not going to be coming back to run to me. That door is closed. That's it. That's it. That's the end. Bam. Done. I told her that straight out. Done. Because if it was one thing that I learned, fellas, from the relationships that I had previously, it was this. The door will never ever be open for somebody, for somebody to come back in. Why? This is why I do not understand why people break up and then they get back together and then they break up again and they get back together. What has changed when you guys were broken up? Nothing. The problems that you have will still be in the exact same place when you get back together again. So why do it? That's why I never understood. I never understood it. Reunited. Forget that damn old ass song, Reunited, and it feels so good. Yeah, for the moment. Until that person or both of you decide that, okay, well, you know what? Maybe we didn't want each other as much as we thought we did again. Okay, you know what? That's a waste of fucking time. All right? That's a waste of fucking time. Don't waste your time. If it's over, accept it, move the fuck on, and pay attention to bettering yourself. Starting a business, trying to get your groove back, trying to better yourself and your situation. I cannot say this enough. I've been there. I've experienced it. I've dated a lot of women that pulled the same shit. There was only one woman that I was ever in a relationship with that we broke up quietly, and that was because of distance. Okay? That was because of distance, and it was probably the best relationship I ever had or close to it, without any games being played, without we talked. Okay? We talked. If there was a problem, she and I talked about it. And you know what? She didn't even live here in the United States. I met her when I was in Kuwait. I was living in Kuwait. That's when I met her. So fellas, look, have some dignity. Do not take a woman back that has cheated on you, that has broken up with you, and you didn't know why. Okay. And like I said, a woman will never ever break up with you if she's in love with you. Okay? If she's in love with you, she will never ever break up with you unless you did something so fucked up to her that she just decided, all right, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Now that's what a real woman would do. Not string you along while she's gotten like 3 or 4 other dudes out there and stuff like that she's seeing, and she's fucking behind your back and all of that. That's not a real woman. That's a fucking slut. Okay? And yeah, I said slut. Yeah, that's a slut. A woman will tell you, they will come to you, they will say, I need to talk to you, I need to iron some stuff out with you because I don't think this is working. I'm not attracted to you anymore. There's something that, she will. A real woman will come to you and talk to you about it. A coward will do that whole, oh yeah, well, I just want to take a break. Or they're doing shit like the other lady I mentioned. I'm going to, just run behind your back for 6 or 7 or 8 months and shit like that. And, you're living there at the house with her and, you're watching her kid, all that bullshit. Yeah. And meanwhile, she's fucking not only one guy behind your back, but she's fucking a whole bunch of them behind your back and you don't know. And this is because we as men do not pay attention to the signs. Okay, now this goes both ways. But today I'm talking to my guys out there because my friend wanted to know how do you know? Dude, now I just told you. Learn from my experience. This is why I started this channel anyway. Learn from my experiences. And no, I'm not sorry for anything that I said. And if people get offended by that, so fucking what? I don't care. But this is exactly the way it is. And today in the world, it's even worse. It's even worse than it's ever been with social media and all of this other bullshit happening and OnlyFans and just all of this crap. Okay? All of this crap. You know what my buddy said to me yesterday, my buddy Clint? My buddy Clint said, social media is the death of everything that was purified and wholesome in the world today, and I cannot disagree with that statement. It is. All of this online shit and stuff like that. Look, I do the online thing to promote my business. Why I even have Facebook in the first place is because of the fact that I got family, I got friends on there. But now I'm even thinking about getting rid of it and just having my YouTube platform and, things like that. And going to other social media networks that's going to promote my business a lot better. I actually feel that online dating sites and all of that leaves the door open for people to cheat. That's what it is. You got shit like Tinder. You got Plenty of Fish. You got all these other ones out there and shit like that. And if somebody wanted to cheat, it's very easy now to do it. Husbands cheating on wives. Wives cheating on husbands. Boyfriends cheating on girlfriends. Girlfriends cheating on boyfriends. They got to have 4 and 5 in the fucking chamber and shit like that. You know what? Just be a fucking alone. That's how I look at it. Just be alone. Okay, look, I'm done with this. I just wanted to answer the question for my buddy, and I hope he's watching. And this is just to say that, my friend, there you have it. Look at the 3 situations that I just mentioned and figure it out for yourself. And I hope this has helped you. Now, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Go over to my Dragon Whip Entertainment channel to check out some videos. Mainly, check out the short film Discarded. That's won multiple awards and things of that nature. Also, go over to the Pop Culture Cafe. I do a podcast over there, and the podcast is pretty much a lot of fun. And my co-host is Clint Heiberger. And if you go over there, we have a lot of fun. Please comment, share, and subscribe over there as well. This is Will Martell saying so long, and remember, every day above ground is a good day. Deuces.